Good morning. I want to officially welcome each of you to the University of the Virgin Islands. And though this is not how I anticipated greeting you, my delight and enthusiasm are the same. For UVI, it is a privilege and honor to assist you in achieving your educational and life dreams. I realize that you had choices as to where you would go to college and whether higher education was your path. The fact that you chose this institution is a testament to us and to you. And together, I hope we can demonstrate that you made the right choice. I want to thank our leaders in student affairs, ITS, the President's Office, and many others for making sure that this orientation went well and for organizing this convocation. I also want to recognize my wife, Dr. Marilyn Braithwaite Hall. And though she cannot stand and wave at the new students as she has done for the last 11 years, she still supports this institution and is with us as we start this journey. This is a strange time in your life and in the world. COVID-19 has altered our lives and our institutions. Higher education is not operating as it did 6 months ago. We have adopted new approaches and labels as we strive to keep our students and ourselves safe. It is imperative as you launch your college careers or as you join this institution for the first time, that we all have a clear understanding about this voyage that we are about to take. And therefore, I want to speak with you briefly today from the theme, Virtual Education in a Real World. Universities across this country had to make a profound decision as to whether they would have in-person instruction and on-campus living, or whether they would operate virtually. And though we understand why these options and labels were put forth, I want to challenge these labels of virtual and in-person education. Virtual is often defined as almost there, but not quite, or not physically existing, but a technological approximation of the real thing. Despite what we and others may call this experience that you are about to embark upon, I want to let you know unequivocally that the education and the experience you will receive at UVI is not virtual. It is real. It is not an approximation of real education. It is not some fabrication or simulation of what we normally do. Your lives and your education are too precious for us to give you an imitation of life. I know that some of you anticipated living in a residence hall and having more distance between you and your parents. And I hope that experience will occur in the near future. I know you anticipated being able to physically sit in a class with other students and reach out and touch them. And though those things will not occur this fall, what you truly came here for has not been altered, remanufactured, or diluted. You came here to grow intellectually, emotionally, and spiritually. You dropped by here to prepare yourself for careers, to meet and learn from others, to identify your own weaknesses and vulnerabilities, and become better and stronger human beings. These goals should not change for you, and they certainly will not change for us. You may experience them differently, but they are real and just as meaningful as they were 6 months ago. Learning is not defined by the contours and shape of the educational vessel, but by the quality of what we pour into the vessel. The shape can change, but the insights, wisdom, curiosity must remain the same. And yet there is a spiritual admonition that one must not pour new wine into old bottles. And since how you are engaging the learning process will be new, therefore you must be willing to make adjustments and bring new attitudes and new strategies to these new formats of learning. My greatest fear this semester is that the more we use this virtual label, the greater the possibility that we will expect and accept less from ourselves and others. This is not the time to settle. It is a precious opportunity to achieve more with less. We will have fewer physical contacts with each other, but we can learn more from each other as we navigate this new reality. Your physical distance will be greater, but if you are intentional about your experience with faculty and with your peers, your relationships can be richer, deeper, and more meaningful. You may not accidentally run into a friend as you stroll across campus, but you can accidentally and purposefully call or text them. The technology that we took for granted was fashioned for these times. Social media is no longer a luxury. It is now fundamental to our human connection. You may study and feel alone at times, but you are not alone. You are now part of a university of individuals who care about your growth and who are only a phone call, text, or email away. We may like to call our courses, gatherings, and student engagement activities as virtual, but we don't live in a virtual world. No one came and extracted our minds, emotions, and spirits and replaced them with a simulator. Don't let this educational arrangement take you away from the essence of who you are and who you are striving to become. When the pandemic first took hold in March and we were all strongly encouraged to shelter at home and only come out for essentials, some pastors and religious leaders defied the advice and even the law, arguing that their religion required them to be physically together. And though I respect their position, I wondered what type of spiritual force they are praying to that was limited by space and walls. The essence of who we are emotionally, spiritually, and educationally is not destroyed by distance. We are better people because of our social interactions with others, but we don't stop being people because those social interactions are at a distance. Technology does not automatically take away our souls. We give that away even in normal times when we choose not to be honest, authentic, and caring. The soul of our educational process should not be sacrificed because of COVID-19 or any other challenge. UVI has so much to offer you, and we will do our best to make sure you are taking advantage of courses and extracurricular activities that we offer, even if you are not physically on campus. Our student affairs leaders will be creating so many opportunities for you to get involved and stay connected. Please take advantage of these announcements. Our student government leaders will be inviting you to get involved in making this university better and sharing your concerns and complaints. Please respond to their invitation. I urge you to not fall into the delay trap that is so tempting. There is a tendency to push back ideas and projects that we should be doing now. We say to ourselves, after the virus disappears and things return to normal, I will get engaged. I will reclaim my dreams at that time. I caution us against this form of thinking. You should not suspend political activism and service opportunities because we are not on campus together. Racism will not take a vacation because your classes are online. Domestic violence, sexual abuse, and poverty will not be suspended because education is labeled as virtual. Our emotional vulnerabilities are with us now, just as they were when we sat in classes and offices together. Black lives matter, whether we use technology or chalk to teach our students. If there is anything that this pandemic, this quest for racial justice, this economic decline has taught us, it is that knowledge, expertise, and leadership makes an enormous difference. And the university setting is a laboratory wherein you can develop that knowledge and prepare yourself to lead. Yet this laboratory is not virtual or artificial, it is real and can only work if you are engaged and if we are there to support you. I do not mean to indicate that this new voyage will be easy or that everything will be perfect. I am urging you to understand that in those moments when you think you are receiving less, then demand more. First from yourself and then from those around you, including us. This is the largest group of new students we have had in a long time at UVI, and I want to thank our Access and Enrollment Service staff for their dedicated and thoughtful work in helping to guide you through the admission process. I'm sure free tuition drove some of you here, but let the free exchange of ideas keep you here. Let the support you receive from our faculty and staff, especially from the Center for Student Success, allow you to excel while you are here. And let the vision you embrace for your life propel you to leave here ready and equipped to serve and change the world. We do not want to lose any one of you. So work hard, be safe, and take extra care of yourself. We may not have any athletic competitions on campus this semester, but we will have school spirit. The blue and white is not limited to basketball games and soccer matches. Our pride comes from a deeper appreciation of what we collectively stand for as an institution. And we stand for the principle that every student should achieve their academic dreams regardless of their starting point or the obstacles they encounter. This is our school spirit, and we all can cheer for that team. In conclusion, John Lewis, a great civil rights activist, leader, and congressman from the state of Georgia, passed away recently. At his funeral, a young boy he had befriended a few years ago read John Lewis's favorite poem, which is a famous poem entitled Invictus by William Henley. There's a stanza that reads, "It matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul." During this semester and in times like these, we must remember that we still have influence over our fate. And for sure, we have responsibility for the quality and destiny of our souls. No matter the circumstances you encounter, no matter what others say about you or do to you, you must never relinquish your individual and collective control of your lives and your future. I imagine John Lewis liked this poem because his life scroll had over 40 arrests and convictions. His head and body had countless bruises and wounds from marches and demonstrations in which he participated or led. Some people in power hated and defamed him, yet he lived a life of love, struggle, and service, and he died respected by great and common people. As you embark on this journey in the midst of this vast ocean of uncertainty and in this vessel called UVI, know that you are the captain, not me. Know that regardless of the difficulty you face, there still remains in you and in those around you the ability to not only be victorious, but transformative. Know that your soul and the soul of higher education at this place is within our hands. Slavery has ended and you are the masters of your educational fate, the captain of your emotional and spiritual soul. We are here to guide and support you in whatever way we can. Together, we can reject this virtual world, transform this real world, and make it anew through our collective brilliance, love, and passion. I welcome you to UVI, and I look forward to traveling with you on this sea of endless possibilities. Let us now set sail together, and let us make this year the best and most transformative year of the University of the Virgin Islands. Thank you.